Hello everyone. So in this video I'm gonna try to explain why, in my opinion, endurance is actually the most broken stat in the game. Not just because with smithing you can make tons of money very easily, very early into the game, but also speed is the thing that is making sure you can survive when enemies are trying to overwhelm you and surround you. Speed is the only thing that can help you, that can give you a chance in that situation, and it can also improve your damage because the speed difference between your swing and your body movement, or if you're on horseback, obviously, that is taken into account when meeting the target. Okay, so the damage formula is kind of complex, but it doesn't really matter that much. So here I have quite a bit of two-handed skill on this character, but the thing is, you can't really avoid getting that, because when you use two-handed weapon, you're gonna get two-handed skill, essentially, right? And also it doesn't make sense to not put focus points on the one weapon you're gonna be using, but focusing on endurance, now in this case I'm primarily on foot, it can give you quite a bit of edge. Now I'm gonna try the tournament in, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this, one of the Battanian towns. Now in my opinion, the tournaments in Battania are probably the hardest in the game, because first of all you're getting matched against, if you get matched against some of the high tier units or some of the lords who have very high two-handed skill, basically you make one mistake and you're out. That's what happens. Or you might not make any mistake and you're still gonna be out if Battanian Fian champion just decides to shoot you, you know. So Sturgeon tournaments can also be very difficult, especially if you're fighting Olaf. But yeah, basically you really don't have a lot of defenses in Battania. It's primarily two-handed weapons. So the reason I'm showing this is because the impact that movement speed has on what's actually happening in combat and whether you get hit or not is pretty big. Okay, so let's see here. I haven't played this game in very long time, so probably gonna be rusty, but let's try to do something. So essentially you almost never block, because in 1v1s you have time to do that, but this game is not about 1v1s. So if you're getting overwhelmed by a lot of units, if you can run backwards with the speed that is close to their speed moving forward, they're gonna form like a column of one or two and you're gonna be fighting one or two at a time, right? Whereas if you don't have enough speed, they're just gonna surround you and you're gonna die instantly, even on the lower difficulties. It doesn't really matter, right? So what I am trying to do is avoid their strikes with movement instead of blocking. Blocking is really difficult, to be honest. There is even chambering in the game, but I don't even try to do that. It's way too difficult, to be honest. And it's usually not worth it. You will chamber one attack and then somebody's gonna just kill you, so it doesn't feel as satisfying to play that way, you know. Okay. It kinda looks easy, but if you are moving slowly, this is really, really difficult. Maybe not so much in 1v1s, but in a massive battle, it really does make a difference. So I'm moving in the opposite direction of my swing, which improves my damage by quite a bit. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me just wait for a little bit. We're gonna try the basic arena, because it can actually be a bit harder, since you don't get any gear. But no gear means you're actually moving even faster, right? So my one-handed skill is really low, but that doesn't really matter that much, as long as you can move quickly, right? So basically, how you use your arrow keys to move, or WSAD, I guess, is way more important than your swings. Okay, so not much I can do against the archers here, so try to zigzag. Oops, we got lucky there with the arrow, so... Damn, we might even win this. That's incredible. I almost never win this. Because they're actually deceptively difficult, you know. They might look easy, but too many random attacks from too many random directions. I also always play on realistic difficulty, which, as you can see, hurts quite a bit. You can't really make too many mistakes. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make is that with very low one-handed skill, I can still handle myself with a one-handed weapon as long as I can run fast. Yeah, until this happens. So yeah, if it was the other way around, if you have very low movement speed, even if you have high combat skill, yes, you're gonna hit hard, but that's if you even manage to land one of your blows. Because chances are you're gonna get overwhelmed in combat, especially in sieges, and you're just gonna die. So that's it. Do not sleep on movement speed. It is really, really important actually. So probably the best movement, I mean, it's probably the best stat to have overall. And endurance is easily the strongest attribute in the game. Smithing is by far the easiest way to make quite a bit of money. If you max that out, you can be selling weapons for like 35k, 36k, multiple of them. It's ridiculous. You can make millions of dinars. It's not even funny. So yeah, just focus on either riding or athletics, whichever one you prefer, and put some focus points on the weapons you like to use. But remember, movement speed is just king. That'll be... yeah, I think that pretty much covers it all, so yeah. Okay, good luck everyone.